Hey everybody, how you doing? This is implementing e-learning solutions. First of all, what is e-learning? That's a great question. Let's go ahead and answer that question right now. E-learning is a web-based training. Sometimes we call it e-learning and sometimes people call it web-based training. In an educational environment, business learning, or even as your own personal use. It's an anywhere, anytime instruction delivered over the internet in a setting that you want to go ahead and learn from your computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone. There are two primary models of web-based instruction or e-learning, which is either instructor facilitated or is self-directed or self-paced. Instruction can be delivered by a combination of statistic methods, learning portals, hyperlink pages, screen cam tutorials, streaming audio video, and live web broadcasts. Interactive methods such as threaded discussions, chats, and desktop video conferencing are some ways that you can define e-based learning. Now, let's discuss collaboration and related tools. Social media is a great tool for learning. So Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Ustream, LinkedIn are some ways that you can connect with people and collaborate to do your e-based learning. Now, let's discuss how learners can communicate or collaborate and interact. Just like in question 2, we can talk about Ustream, which is a live video streaming based system that allows everyone from around the world to connect to a discussion or a live chat video that's happening. So Facebook also, it has instant messenger that you can go ahead and discuss things with someone when you open a group or if you talk to them one-on-one using a Facebook account. Twitter is basically a direct message, like a text message for everyone. So you can use a certain amount of characters that are allowed to use in Twitter and talk to people, connect to them, and get an automatic response. Now, these are great ways to stay connected. If you have any ideas, I'd like to hear them too. Now, let's explain the role of instructional design models. They are the practice of creating instructional experiences which make acquisition of knowledge and skill more efficient, effective, and appealing. So what does that mean? That means if you're going to learn something, you need to go ahead and understand, really truly understand what you're looking at, what you're truly trying to figure out. As if I were going to go ahead and talk about this bag of jelly beans. You want to find out, hey, how do I get all those colors in there? How do they go ahead and choose the flavors? That's a great way. All you have to do is you have to make it fun, and so it can be more effective, more efficient, and appealing to the people that are learning about it. How will you leverage technology to enhance learning? Well, I was discovering on the internet the 3 new E's of learning, enhancing learning. So you got education, enable, engaged, and empower. So the 3 new E's of education are enabling, engaging, and empowering. So how do you do those things? How do you enable, engage, and empower people? Because if you're into the subject, the topic that you're trying to teach, then the audience that you're trying to go ahead and empower to reach out to will be engaged with you because you're interested in the topic. They will go ahead and be interested in what you're doing as long as it's authentic, it's empowering for them, and they want to be engaged with you. For example, a few months ago, during the month of March, I did a Dr. Seuss unit. I did 31 days of Dr. Seuss with my kindergarten class. And for me, to make it more engaging for them, I showed genuine interest in what I was teaching. If you're teaching college or if you're teaching high school and you're doing an online chat, you want to take a subject, you want to take a topic that will go ahead and be like a pop topic. That'll be something that will be popular with the kids out there. You can talk about their favorite musicians, you can talk about their favorite sports team, their favorite movies, their favorite book, anything that you think that will appeal to them. But you have to show genuine interest, authentic interest, so they will be engaged, be empowered, and they'll be enabled into what you are trying to teach them. Now, the best practices for media use is we want to learn, listen, engage, share, build, and grow. how can we discuss, what are ways we can manage our virtual courses? Well, number one thing is you want to go ahead and make sure that you're connecting with people by emailing them. Because since your instructor doesn't have you on Facebook or Twitter or any other social media, the best personal way without crossing any lines is to email them. You want to send them a welcoming email. You want to go ahead and connect with them using an email that will go ahead and show them that if they have any questions, they can contact you. Now, you can address possible student concerns before they're brought up, even before the class starts, by sending a email that is generalized to everyone to say, hey, if this is your first time doing e-learning, if this is your first time in an online environment, please go ahead and discuss it with me by emailing me back. So this is a great way to go ahead and get all those questions out before the first week of class. Now, students might anticipate they have computer fears. Maybe they're not technology savvy. You can go ahead and silence those fears by going ahead and telling them that you can show them certain things that will help them to do this class better. But at the same time, no one should go ahead and say, oh yeah, I know everything. I can go ahead and be the best instructor and act like I'm a computer whiz. Don't do that. Just give them the basics, give them proper instruction, and be genuine with them, and so you can give them the help that they need for the class that's necessary. Now, when you connect with the students and you write them often, they feel like they are empowered and that you're engaging with them. So what you want to do is you want to give them personal emails, things that show genuine concern for them. Don't be like a robot, like in Star Wars, R2-D2, and be like, oh, hello, how are you? Is your class fine? This is a great day we're having. Do you like the color blue? You want to go ahead and be real to them, because you're just as human as your public, as your students are too. Don't hesitate to talk to your students if they're having any problems. If they're having continuous problems throughout the weeks, you want to make sure that they stay on track. Do not hesitate to ask questions, because as my teacher said, when I was in 3rd grade, the worst question you can ask is the one that you don't think. You want to raise your hand in class and say it. Because if you are going to go ahead and have a question and you leave it unanswered, then you're never going to know what the end result was. Now, obviously everyone's a graduate student. So you're in this course, you're in this class, you're in this school because you're able to use a computer, you're able to use, a laptop, a tablet to participate in class. So there's no excuse for computer awkwardness and say, oh, I can't turn this assignment on time. Well, obviously you can, because you can go ahead and use this computer, this laptop, this tablet, this smartphone to turn in your assignments. Technology is accessible everywhere. It's in every corner, every library, every coffee house. So there's no excuse. Have your resources and contact information ready, so if there a question does pop up, you can go ahead and address it properly and timely, so that the student can go ahead and get the answers that they need to the questions that they may have that are bothering them throughout the week. Now, there's always a positive to online schooling. It's so much better than being in a class when you have to drive there, spend time, gas, hours being in a classroom. Sometimes people are talking. It keeps you unfocused. So when you are an online learning environment, it's so much better, and you should explain that to your students, that they can be focused if they are accountable for their own actions. So let's remember that. Now, also keep a folder of all the emails that are like, oh my gosh, yikes. Those are the emails that are red flags. Now, sometimes students might go off the handle and might go ahead and send you, emails that are inappropriate, that they're cursing at you, they're saying things that are about other students. You want to keep an email folder for that, so you can keep that for reference. And then if it's necessary, you need to go ahead and have that ready, so the behavior, the continuous behavior, that it's negative or positive from the students. So now, what's the best ways to teach in a virtual classroom? You want to have clear and well-designed course materials. You want to go ahead and have everything clear and concise so that the students can go ahead and understand what you're talking about. Now, the technical support has to be accessible. Sometimes everyone is not in the same time zone. So you have to make sure that the tech support is 24 hours, 7 days a week, so that if students do have a problem with online accessibility, that they can talk to someone from tech support to help them out. Now, for me, I like to personalize my contact. I want to go ahead and make sure that my students have my email, my phone number, so if they have any immediate questions, if it's an immediate problem, they can reach me. One of my instructors, actually the instructor for this class, Dr. Simmons, makes himself accessible for us by providing us his personal cell phone number and his email, and he responds in a timely manner before the end of the week in a matter of a few days, so we can go ahead and find out if we can turn in an assignment a little later, if we need extra help, and we need to go ahead and find out clear instructions on something, or for whatever it is, he's always there to help us. Now, if you want to brainstorm with each other how to go ahead and use all these techniques, I'm going to go ahead and send an attachment for this discussion, for this video. So I'm going to go ahead and post the links that I have on this attachment so everyone can go ahead and find out where I found these answers. A lot of these answers that I found out, I didn't find on my own. I read them online, did some research on Google, all these different things. So thanks for listening and have a great day, everybody.